I am hanging out outside for a little Sunday afternoon tarot for myself. And I just had an interesting little thing happen for me during my reading that was really, really helpful. And I think that it would be really, really helpful, if not just a good reminder for you as well. If you ever have those readings where you pull a card or two in a spread and it just doesn't quite make sense yet. Hi, I'm Dani. I'm That Witch Next Door, host of That Witch podcast and Moonday Musings. I'm an instructor and mentor in modern witchcraft and cosmic living, and this was a tarot spread shared with me by one of my students in That Witch school. And we all got to go meet up with each other in Salem yesterday, and it was our very first in-person meetup. It was this deeply incredible, amazing day from start to finish in so many ways I could have maybe guessed, and in so many more ways I never could have seen coming at all. And so when I pulled this spread that my student shared with me, card number one made kind of some sense. It was, what did I bring with me? And I got the Four of Cups. And to me, right off of the bat, this made sense for the mindset that I was kind of in at the beginning of the day on my way down to the meetup yesterday, because I was just coming off of a really long, tough summer transition into the school year. So this kind of focusing on maybe the negative made a lot of sense for me. Cards 2 and 3 were a different story. My last card, which was what I carry forward, was the Nine of Cups. This felt super fitting for the mindset I left in yesterday. So cards 1 and 4 really made a lot of sense, right on point. However, card number 2 is what I received from the meetup, and card number 3 is what I shared, or my role in the situation. And for card 2, what I received was the Ace of Swords reversed. And I immediately made that face and was like, I don't know. I don't know, but that's how I would have put it. And then for what my role was, or what I shared with everyone, I got the Sun reversed. And so again, I was like, now I am a believer through and through in trusting what comes through and challenging yourself to pull back the layers, be willing to have an open mind, look at it through a new lens maybe. The deck is not missing here. And the reason I know the deck is not missing is because cards 1 and 4 make a lot of sense. And right off of the bat, they're already starting to tell a story. So it wouldn't really make sense that the middle 2 cards aren't correct parts of the story either. And so this is one of those moments when, in my early days of learning tarot, I would have maybe questioned myself or questioned the deck. And I have over time gotten better and better at challenging myself to go, I don't know, let's trust this. What I always do in those cases is I write down the cards that I got right away, just to document it, make it tangible, make it real. And then in this particular case, I wanted to take a picture because I wanted to share it with my students, since we all are doing this little post-Salem tarot spread. Now, without thinking, I moved the cards from a horizontal linear formation. I wanted to make it easier to take a vertical picture on my phone. And so without thinking, I moved the cards really quick. And I put them into a rectangle. And right off of the bat, my perspective on the whole reading was able to shift and open up completely differently. And it started all coming together. The first thing that I noticed right off of the bat that I made note of was it now looked like the Ace of Swords is almost pouring its gift and opportunities directly into the Nine of Cups, which is really fascinating. This started to tell a different part of the story with this reversed Ace of Swords, which to me started to say, maybe I would have thought of things this way, and maybe yesterday what I received was a lot of really new to me, unfamiliar to me ideas and mindset and way of looking at things. Then this got me to look a little differently over here at my reversed Sun card, which now began to look like the figure in the Four of Cups was almost gazing down and reflecting at the Sun card. Now the sun and its imagery and its message seem to be reflecting back up to the Four of Cups card. As soon as I saw it, the reversed sun to me can have some different meaning than it might for some other people. I'm a Leo rising and I am ruled by the sun. And sometimes what that means for me is that I feel pressured and obligated to stay in this mode. I feel like people have expectations of me to be this, to be my Leo rising. And it's actually a way that I can really mask around people I don't know, or I'm uncomfortable around, or just social situations in general. And so to get the sun in its reverse and to look at it as this reflection from the Four of Cups to the sun reversed, almost like the figure in the Four of Cups, me in this case, it's like reflecting into that like mirrored pool and seeing this new different image being reflected back at myself. Now I was able to see the sun reversal as, I think that this was a symbol of me being able to take my mask off yesterday, how comfortable I was, that I got to let my sun qualities, my solar powered qualities, like my Leo rising, fade. I didn't make her work on overtime yesterday. I let some of my other, dare I say it, deeper and darker parts of myself, kind of opposite of the sun, come out and be seen and connect with other people. All right, we're getting a little windy out here, but this was this amazing reminder that, number one, the way in which you lay out the cards matters. And two, don't be afraid to change the layout from how you originally laid out the cards, especially, I just laid them out in a horizontal line because I just did. And then I rearranged them kind of in the same mindset because I just did. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. If I had really intentionally chosen the layout of the spread originally, maybe I'd challenge myself to look at it from that POV and kind of sit on it a little bit longer. But I don't know. I think don't be afraid to shift things like that in your reading. And, keep your same cards. Challenge yourself to let their meaning come forward, even if it doesn't seem super clear and obvious at the very beginning. And don't be afraid to look at things from a little bit of a different point of view. I hope this was helpful. And if you like tips and assistance and inspiration like this for your witchcraft and astrology and tarot practice, make sure that you subscribe and follow for more.